What's up, the squad? Back with another video. I seen the title was going down. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button for me, please. If y'all didn't see my last video, make sure y'all go check it out. Like I said in my last video too, I will be changing times on my drops. Trying to get done a little early. Trying to drop a little early for y'all. Been a few people complaining about it. And you can't please everyone, but being a little bit reasonable, at times I was dropping pretty late. I'm not going to lie. But it's okay though, because I'm going to try to work as much as possible with y'all. Y'all know I love y'all. You got to post Latinia Brown here. I shared something. Make sure I go follow Latinia Brown. But let me go to this post here. I want y'all to check this out. It says breaking. It has been confirmed that an entire document about Zohran Mamdani and his wife is going to be released, which is definitely amazing. Says this document will go over and expose everything they've done and bring awareness to their disgusting behavior. And you already know we're going to see some amazing changes when it comes down to it. I'm not going to lie. I know a lot of people, probably like, well, what is it? And it's probably this, and it probably isn't anything, and it probably is. Hey, again, I feel like there's so many things that's been coming out and so many things that people haven't been letting go. As me, myself, something has to be done with this. I'm not going to lie. It says the most vital question here is whether Zohran Mamdani agrees or disagrees with his wife. You have here from Politico. It says Mamdani has sidestepped his wife's social media history by designating her as a private person. But even allies of New York City mayor are beginning to question this label. Now, again, let me tell y'all something about this. If Mamdani didn't speak so much about what his wife said, and he made the comment she's a private person, knowing she's not a private person because of all the things that she said and what she said and what she supports, you truly got to know that he supports everything that obviously she does. And I'm not saying that a woman in the household is just going to follow everything that you do and this, that, and the other, but usually 9 times out of 10, y'all have that same... Y'all have that agreement. Y'all have that agreement on what y'all support, who y'all support. That stuff is important, especially sharing the same household, right? If Mamdani didn't speak on that and he just said that she's a private person, not to mention Mamdani's wife never, ever, ever since the attack happened, and I'm speaking on the attack that happened in New York, not on what she's supporting. When you're talking about October, but since that happened, she has not one time apologized for, obviously what she supported, who she supported, what she liked, anything like that. Not at all. She hasn't came about the things that she has said in the past about social media, haven't made a statement, haven't said anything. It's been this long. Even if they were to come out and say it right now, and y'all know me, it's one of those things like, and I always say that it's never too late to say something, but I truly feel as if even if they were to say something, people still wouldn't. You definitely not gonna have people that you gonna look even more guilty, I guess. I don't know. I'm telling y'all. Says New Yorker heckles Zohran Mamdani and confronts him over his wife. Controversial online post.
Wife! She hates America! And she was born here!
This
How
symbols
about
of
that?
hope. But a ribbon cutting, well, a ribbon cutting means homes for New
It's all over
Yorkers.
social media. You
We look
can't
forward to
hide
coming
it.
back to this
You
site
can't hide it.
that we might be able to
You can't
welcome
hide it.
families to this new development. Thank you so much, Mayor Mamdani. Thank you. But I want to tell you something, Mayor. Metro IAF is here.
That's right. You shut up.
Metro IAF.
He's a Trojan horse.
is here.
He hates America.
They
Wife!
just simply cut the
She
There
hates
you have it. I'm telling y'all. You have another individual that confronted Zohran Mamdani about his social media. Now I'm showing y'all. I'm showing y'all this, right? I'm literally showing y'all this. And I want y'all to see. I'm not gonna lie, I want y'all to see on Zohran Mamdani's demeanor, obviously how he's looking and what he says.
Zohran, What about your wife? What about, you're not going to respond to that? You're married to a racist. That makes you one. You're not going to respond to that, huh? How's it rhyme? You can't face New Yorkers. Look at all that security you need. You can't face New Yorkers. You got no balls. You got no balls, you know that? Your security detail? Hey, Hussein, you look sharp, Hussein.
Telling y'all. So when I asked y'all and I said, oh, well, what did he say? What does he do? He doesn't say anything, first off. He just smiles. He does that little smile he does, and he keeps walking and don't say anything. When I tell y'all that Zohran Mamdani stands on what he's going to stand on and what he supports, that's what he does. And people need to see this. People need to see this. This stuff is sickening, bro. I'm not going to lie. This stuff is truly, truly, truly sickening. And people need to get what's going on. I'm not going to lie. Y'all need to be getting what's going on because they truly do not care about you. If you literally have, you know, Zohran Mamdani's wife that truly haven't apologized, haven't said anything, nothing like that. That should tell people like, well, this lady, she's not supporting the right stuff. He's not supporting the right stuff. What does that mean for y'all? What does that mean for New York City? Y'all clearly seeing the things that he's doing and how he's doing it on top of this. I'm telling y'all. People better lock in.
Erica Donalds is the chair of Education Opportunity for America First Policy Institute. And Dan Turrentine is the co-host of The Huddle and a former Democratic strategist. Thank you both for being with us. Erica, let's take a look at some of these, the things that she has said, that you're glorifying what people are willing to do for their cause, glorifying a female hijacker. What do you make of this?
Well, I am the first one to give people second chances for things that they did in their teenage years. Let's remember, however, that she's only 28 years old now. It's not that long ago. And nothing would deter us from thinking that she still holds these radical anti-Semitic views. Unfortunately, as wives of politicians, I certainly know our views often reflect on our husbands, and they seem to be exactly in line based on his statements as well, and the people that they associate themselves with and align themselves with.
Being a public figure herself, I pull it back a little bit. Would the press let Melania Trump get away with something like that? Obviously, not. So this goes on.
Something they would go.
Man, let me tell y'all something. If Melania Trump were to do this, were to support, where to say this, where to say that, this, that, and the other, man, this stuff would be everywhere. They'd be talking about this for a minute, for years. They'd be talking about this for years. The View would actually probably do a same day. They'd probably literally, while they went home, they got in they car, we ain't gonna get this. They got in their cars, they got their drivers, this, that, and the other, took them home, took them here, took them shopping, this, that, and the other. The producer would have called them right then and there. It don't matter if it was 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night. They'd have got their little fake audience. Oh, yeah, we gonna need y'all here. Melania Trump just did this, and they gonna run, I'm telling y'all, broadcast it on the spot. If this is Melania. But since it's Zohran Mamdani's wife, bro, I'm telling y'all, bro, this stuff's sickening, man.
Would go with it like crazy.
Yeah.
Take a look at the one from 2017 on her Tumblr account. This one was showing her wearing the Palestinian headdress there, and she's sewing a Palestinian flag. The caption reading, a Palestinian demonstrator sews a Palestinian Liberation Organization flag before a protest during the first Intifada. February 1988. That, of course, was a terrorist uprising, during which Hamas was established. It lasted from 87 to 93 and saw Palestinians, about 200 Israelis and hundreds of other Palestinians suspected of collaborating with the Jewish state.
She reposted
this one. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. But it's, you repost, you write stuff.
You're supporting it.
People just, you're relating to it in some way. And I think that's what people have trouble with. Erica?
Hey, I'm letting y'all know right now, if y'all see me like something on X, anything like that, I don't think y'all can see my likes anyways. But if y'all ever see me like stuff like that, especially on X, I'm about to just start bookmarking stuff. Because sometimes I'll be liking stuff and it's just to keep so I can save, so I can talk about it. because I don't want nobody thinking that, either. In her case, though, she actually loves and support that, though. I'm going to be real. You sitting there reposting something, I truly feel like if you sit there and repost something, you love it. You love what they doing. I don't care what nobody say. I feel like if you reposted something, and there's times, obviously, sometimes I would say that somebody would repost something to share what's going on, but 9 times out of 10, if you liking and it's the same stuff, you know what I mean, and what it is and what she liked and what she reposted, oh yeah, she supports it. She supports it.
Claim ignorance on things like this. Again, it's barely a decade ago, and it's not like she or her husband are coming out now saying, I used to feel that way, I don't feel that way anymore, I regret supporting those types of statements that white people caused Al-Qaeda, for example. These are shocking statements of support, and liking a post is saying, I like this statement. Reposting something says...
The crazy thing is, that has never happened to me while on video.
I agree with this. And there's no walking it back without a solid statement really denouncing that type of rhetoric and radical Islamic and anti-Semitic rhetoric that we're seeing from these posts. Again, not even a decade ago. If the mayor wants to distance himself from that kind of hateful speech and photographs and things like that, he needs to say so and say so explicitly.
Erica, I'm curious about your reaction to that last statement.
Yeah, I do believe, I agree with Dan, that it is a broader issue in the Democrat Party. It's actually become a broader issue in the Republican Party. There's been just propagandists that have been using this Israeli conflict with the Palestinians to divide both parties, I would say. And we need moral clarity, both on the right and on the left, when it comes to standing with our ally Israel and how we feel about terrorists and terrorist acts that are targeting innocent civilians. So yes, absolutely, the mayor needs to say something. I would say he needs to say something more than his wife does. He is the mayor. He needs to show leadership in this area.
Yeah, and it does make you think about when the thwarted terror attack with the bombing in New York City near Gracie Mansion, the bomb that fortunately did not go off. The first thing the mayor did was put out a statement attacking white supremacy when clearly, obviously, that was not the intended target. This was a terrorist threat, and we know that from the commissioner of the NYPD. Erica Donalds, thank you. Dan
Exactly. A lot of this stuff needs to be said, though. I'm not going to lie. It definitely needs to be said when it comes down to a lot of this. You literally have Stella here. I don't know how to say her last name. I'm not about to mess their last name up today. I'm telling y'all. It says, Mandani called WABC radio host Islamophobic. Islamophobic. I'm sorry, y'all. It's 1 o'clock in the morning right now. But now his wife, and I know y'all probably like, Recklezz, you need to get some sleep, because it's a whole bunch of people that's always telling me this and telling me that when I be recording this late. But when I tell y'all I've had a really busy day, a stressful day, I truly have. I'm not gonna lie. But please don't grill me in the comments. But now his wife, Rama, is exposed for liking October 7th celebration post. I'm obviously going to show y'all, too. There's something I definitely wanted to show y'all at the end of this video. It's actually my first time seeing it, and it's definitely sad. I'm not going to lie. But let's check this out first.
Guys, literally, you can't make this up. So recently, Zohran Mandami called comments made by New York radio host Sid Rosenberg Islamophobic. And now it turns out an article in the Jewish Insider reports that Mandami's wife liked a bunch of posts celebrating the October 7th attacks. Mandami was asked about it. Listen to what he said.
My wife is the love of my life, and she's also a private person who has held no formal position on my campaign or in my city hall. I, however, was elected to represent all 8.5 million people in this city, and I believe that it's my responsibility, because of that role, to answer any questions about my thoughts and my policies and my decisions.
So yeah, the love of your life is liking posts celebrating the October 7th massacre, and we're all supposed to believe it has nothing to do with anything. Yeah, she lives with you. But it's not surprising, because Mandami has hired people for his administration with extreme anti-American, anti-Israel views. We already know this. Mandami himself refuses to condemn calls to globalize the Intifada. Sid called Mandami American-hating, Jew-hating, radical Islamist. Mandami cried Islamophobia, but his wife gets a pass?
Exactly.
Guys, literally.
Exactly. Wow, right? Definitely wild. This is Michael Rappaport, and when I tell y'all that I know for a fact I know for a fact he's probably gonna be cussing. I'm gonna have to edit this video something serious. But I seen a few seconds of this video, and I will say for sure, he's right. Check it out.
Zoran the moron's wife was mass liking social media posts on October 7th, 2023. Mass liking while there was mass and kidnapping. Rawa, aka Zoran the moron's wife. You're sick. Do not be afraid to tell us how you really feel, because we already know. You're not just pro-Palestine. Oh no, you're pro-massacre. The Madami household is pro-massacre because on the weekend of October 7th, while scrolling, you liked multiple posts celebrating that 1,200 innocent people were at a music festival and snatched out of their homes, kidnapped. And I have been to those homes. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen the bullet-riddled rooms. I've seen the soaked mattresses. You're a sicko. You celebrate that? You like that? Zoran the moron, the love of your life, is a hate-filled person. She's rotten to her big apple core. There's no photo shoots, op-eds that is going to make this story go away. Mr. Mayor, for now, you cleaned up your image to get elected. But we all know the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, whether it be your wife, your father, your mother, or the people that you have hired. There is an unmistakable pattern, and you cannot just brush it off your shoulder anymore. You share a bed, and you share the same rhetoric as your wife. Your wife likes, supported, and celebrated when the most vulnerable people were attacked. And you were silent just last month when thousands of innocent civilians were in the streets of Iran. Your wife is you. Wedded bliss. Wedded bliss. New York City does not and will not stand for this hatred. You and your wife have my undivided attention.
It's definitely sickening. And you have a lot of people that's, the same way. And it truly shows. I feel like this post and other things of, obviously talking about this, it should show a lot of people on how much and how sick, individuals are, about
Zoran
this.
the moron's
came
wife
out and literally said anything, apologized, said anything, about what happened, who she supports, what she said, nothing about it. But let it be somebody else. This is what I wanted to show y'all, though. I'm not going to lie. This is something that, it's pretty sad. But I'm going to let, I'm let her, I always mess her name up, so I don't want to mess her name up again. Y'all know me. I have my name. I don't like when people mess up my name. Obviously, y'all probably like Recklezz, but that's not my real name. And I know y'all about to get in the comments and been asking. Some people know, some people don't. But I'm gonna play this video out. And just see, that this is something that should show a lot of people on what she supported and what she supports. You know what I mean? What she supports, and these individuals that had to go through, this and then lost their lives.
Hey guys, I'm at the Nova Music Festival. Behind me is the main stage. And then they have built an incredible memorial for all the hundreds of lives that were lost when these terrorists attacked. And I'm looking at each one of these as you read. One side is in English, the other side is in Hebrew. Every one of these has a picture and then a quote about how these individuals lived their lives. It's unbelievable. Many of these young individuals were in their 20s. Many of them thought that they were just coming out to go to a music festival with their friends and families and celebrate. Time does not heal. It only emphasizes the depth of the loss. This is a family who lost their daughter. She was 38 years old. It's unbelievable to see this amount of tragedy So many young lives lost. So many of these individuals were just students. They hadn't even started living their lives. Here's an individual whose family at the end of it, David, your family is in this life and forever. I just don't think we can forget what happened in October 7th. I think not only did these individuals tragically lose their lives, but we have to keep fighting to make sure that we are never surrounded by radical Islamic fundamentalists that will take any life, no matter the cost. There's been a massive cost to Israel, but I also think there's a massive cost to the United States of America if we don't continue to support Israel.
Truly just goes to show you right there, y'all. It truly goes to show you right there on how bad and, how bad this is when you have New York City mayor wife that is supporting individuals that clearly have done this, to them and caused even more. I mean, it's very, very sickening. It's very sickening. And I truly, hate that. I hate the simple fact that so many people are still supporting him, and his wife when it's like this. I mean, the disrespect, literally, that they give, especially within, New York City as well. Make sure you hit the like button, hit that subscribe button. Definitely appreciate y'all. Much love to every single last one of y'all. Thank y'all for everything. Catch y'all next one.